Welcome back everyone to Oxygen Not Included. In this episode, I think what we're going to do is reshuffle some of these things based on the comments that you've given, one of which is that this doesn't need power. Who knew? But yeah, so in fact let me just have a quick look at that. Which one is the power one? This one? Yes. So yeah, the power's there but it doesn't actually need it. I might leave it there because it might come in handy later on, so I won't remove the whole cable. But that was one thing. And the one was kind of relaying the beds, so to speak, so we can put more plants and things in them. I think I might move the beds up here because there's various resources up here I wouldn't mind. We've got water up here and some oxygen there. There's quite a few vacuums. That's one thing I've got to bear in mind. There is that, and also I'm going to, in fact, let me do that now before I forget. Let's cancel these. And I'm going to replace them with something a little bit stronger than sandstone. Based on what you've been telling me. I can see cracks there already. So it's a little bit too risky. But yep, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. And we need to look at power a little bit as well. Because power seems to be a little bit skewiff. And it's just not lasting. Anyway, I'll be right back after this. Okay, so first off, research. Let me have a quick look at this, because what are we researching? We're researching gas pumping. I'm wondering if we should look at this. Power switch, not problem. Batteries, maybe not. I mean, I think I'll stick with gas. We'll leave that going. That's fine. We can actually accept somebody else. Let's have a look. Flatulence, anemic. Okay, loud sleeper. Right, you're out of the picture straight away. A vomiter, the above vomiter. Twinkle toes, naturally robust grease monkey. So not very fast, but very good at tinkering. So good with machines. With strength. I'm tempted. Although this person's got a few more things. Yeah, I think we'll go with Stinky of all people. In fact, you're now Choctaw. Why not? And Choctaw is going to need a bed as well. Power, okay. I'm wondering how. I think we might move this as well. I can't remember what I said I was going to build here. There was going to be something. Let me check my oxygen. Whoa, that's a lot of CO2. I wonder. Oh yeah, I've got the ones down here. I forgot about them. I'm wondering if I remove these, that CO2 will come in here and drop down on it. So let's. It's not going to let me do that while in here. Oh yes, it will. And prioritize. Now, I've had a few people talk about my prioritizing. So for example, Noble said, if we go on one of these, if we click the plant, that has a priority of 5. So if I put a priority of 4, for example, with this tool down here, this one is always going to supersede. Although I think I might leave that as 5 anyway. There is, oh, it's 100% grown. Is anyone dealing with that? There is some food here. It might be worth me actually building a storage for food. I don't know if they go inside the ration box or not. We'll stick to sandstone for this. Oh, the priority thing hasn't come up. There it is. 9. If I chuck one of them there. So yeah, I need to have a look at some of the priorities, I guess. So what's this one? That's a 7. Although, I don't need to have it as a 7. I could leave it as a 5 and change this. Although I think we were gonna. Just how much wattage batteries it should use before? So we want maybe 20%. Are these ones ready? No. We're gonna need another bed, that's for sure. So everyone is running around. Okay, this is ready. Let's have a look. So we only want. Is it gonna be organic? No. Raw mineral, raw metal. Okay, so food actually doesn't go in here. What's in here at the moment? Edible. Mush bar. So where are they going to put those maggot thingies? Interesting. Algae, slime. I'm wondering if... It must have gone into one of these. Somebody's picked them up, I'm sure. Would it be Choctaw? Maybe not. Okay, let's put it as that and then take off the contaminated dirt and slime. It also means now we can make lice loaves, doesn't it? Let's make them for a change. No power. So why is there no power? This has a priority. Oh, it's a priority of 5. So there's currently no wattage, but I guess there's other things that are taking more of a priority at the moment, which is why nobody's jumped on it yet. How are they doing for oxygen? Not too bad, actually. Food is okay, so it's not panic stations. Oh, I forgot I had the ones down here. Fertilizer. What are you putting in here? You're just tidying up, aren't you? Right, so what's the priority we've got on these? A 6. Okay, I could technically leave that as a 5. Picked up dirt. Everyone is doing something. They're all tidying up. Which is kind of funny. Okay, it's bedtime. I'm wondering if I should change the priority on these. It's a shame I can't double click to select them all. I'll drop that to a 5 because it seems they're really concentrating on clearing things up. That's already a 5. So I need to think about beds as well. That's a 5. So we've got no power. No food. Not necessarily a good thing. I don't know if they can reach that one or not. So, as I was told in the comments, you can just put ladders across like this for people to reach. So, same here. I think they can... Was it jump 1 tile? So, we've got this one here. If I put 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, they would be able to get each of those different things. This is going to give us a little bit of oxygen. Tempted to put that ladder. Let me think about this. This is our fresh water, so I don't want it getting contaminated. So I might get rid of this one, build that wall up here, which will give us a little bit of extra airflow. I'm going to move these, so I'll completely... In fact, I might move that one as well. Let's deconstruct you as well. And we'll build 2 more there. Okay, Noble Ramblers on that. Fantastic. They're picking up all the bits and pieces down there. Is that one? Uh-huh. There we go. So they're gonna work on that. So I'm tempted to remove these as well and have the ladders going straight up. There's something in here. What's that? Slightly toxic. Where's that come from? We need a... what are they called? Air deodorizer. Let's put that as an 8. We were going to run the wall up here, I guess. Where can I put that? I mean, I can put it there, but it's in the wrong place, isn't it? Let me have a look. I kind of want it here. If I remove... Maybe remove this. Let's go to that. Oh, Max. That was kind of funny. Oh, Welsh girl's trapped. Oh, man, you got to really keep an eye on these people. Now, if I put you up there, you're not going to be enough for Welsh girl. Hopefully someone will come and deal with that quickly. We need to get someone to harvest these. Can you just... Yes. Right, there we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. He waits with bated breath. We need to get that one done, really. Okay, they're ready. Are we missing? No power consumers. Generator idle. Why isn't it connected? Have I not done the... I have. They've just not built it. Maybe we don't have the metal. Which, there is some in here, which is perfect. So I think if we chuck a tile right across there, cancel that one, cancel that one. Why hasn't Welsh Gold jumped to that? I would have thought that would have been close enough. Maybe not. So we want you there. I've got to be very careful about this water. I can just see something landing in it. Right, Choctaw, are you going to come and build those ladders? Oh, well, Welsh Girl's doing it herself because he's delivered the material. Brilliant. So does that now mean... Surely, come on. How odd is that? I would have thought that would have been enough. And Welsh Girl's hungry. That's really odd, isn't it? Let's change that to a priority of 9. I didn't do that. My mistake. Tab speeds things up, doesn't it? There we go. Is that going to be enough? Why isn't she jumping a... Ah. That's really annoying. I thought she'd just be able to move across. I could get her to tunnel that, but she'll drop while she's got to sleep. No, there we go. Make you a 9. Get someone to deal with that. Yeah, because I want to get the beds up here, so let's start planning this out. That's a vacuum, that's a water, but there is oxygen in there, and there's lots of algae that way. So, I think, let's try and do this properly. So, we'll go with sandstone again. We're going to line this up here, so that needs to be a lip to stop any liquids. So does that. There's sand here, so I have to be kind of careful as well. Although, I could be slightly crafty. Although that is going to more than fill this place up, isn't it? I think we'll cancel that one. I might get the water to go this way. Let's be a little bit sneaky. Deconstruct those. We need that air deodorizer. That was what I forgot to do, wasn't it? Let's put you here. So I think if we tunnel through, that water will come down, fill this up. But we need to get... I think somebody said, was it obsidian or something like that? Granite. Oh, that's going to be fairly strong. Igneous granite. So... I don't know how deep this needs to be. Let's do something like that. But it means I've got to get somebody to tunnel this out. That's going to be a job in itself, isn't it, really? Let's mark that hole to be dug out. Max is just randomly sitting there. So hopefully the carbon monoxide, yeah, it has it. Well, it's spread out a little bit, but most of it's coming down, and that's getting dealt with. Perfect. That's what we wanted. I think I was going to move... No, I was going to move the power down here. They've still not done that. Well, what have we got here? No research. Research completed. Insufficient oxygen generation. That's probably because we got a slightly bigger area. Okay, so I need to fix that as well. Let's have a quick look at research. So we've got liquid pumping, gas pumping. I might do interior decor, because that's going to keep them happy. So we need to think about that. We also need some beds. So I'm thinking, leave a space there. How many people have we got? I think it's 7, isn't it? Yeah, I know this is in a vacuum currently, but it won't be for long. I do need the resources that are in here. So this room is going to be quite big. But I suppose It's too high. I could use it as storage, realistically. So if I do something, well, not quite like... Oh, no. Let me pause the game. That went completely wrong. That would make quite a nifty little storage area. So we need to do a tile there as well. Hopefully no spillages, obviously. So that's going to allow the air to flow quite nicely around. You're going to build that, that's fine. Oh, so this is being dug out, perfect. So we can send that ladder right down. I'm guessing we're probably going to have to do something probably more like that actually. Because I don't think they're going to quite get everything that we want them to. I think the oxygen's a little, yeah, it's a little bad in there too. So how are we doing? Let's have a look. Oxygen. So we added 320, we removed, so we do need... I guess the question is it going to be the CO2 removal? Probably not. Maybe not at this stage. Made a mess. Oh dear. Oh, why would you do it in the water? Oh, man. Oh, we got the gas permeable tile as well. Blocks the flow of liquid without obstructing the flow of gas. So if I put them in here, or even here, does that... That'll be interesting. Well, that person is completely... The dirt in the... Why have you peed there? The toilet is there and available. I don't think you can mop that up. Or can you mop it? Or is that just literally going to mop the water? Wow, they've all just collapsed to where they are because they're never going to get to where they need to get in time. Well, I can put... Now here's an interesting point. If I do this with 2 gas permeable squares, I'm guessing it's going to, from a kind of a gas point of view, not act like anything is even there, right? So it should still flow quite nicely. I would have thought. They're probably not sleeping in the best of places. There is oxygen though. Okay, let's speed the game up. Lots and lots and lots of questions, and not a whole lot of answers. I will get them to tunnel this out in a minute. Whoa! What happened there? What on earth made that happen? We have like a tsunami going on. I have no clue what did that. Is it because... Oh, this needs cleaning up immediately. Is it a sweep? Someone left a huge floater. Oh my goodness, water's going everywhere now. Is it because they're mopping the water? I wonder. We cancel this. Earth. It's not. This is not good. I want to know what caused it. I really wasn't paying attention at the time. So what are these two are doing? You are stepped in contaminated, so bad, cannot reach food. Oh, I see. I see what the problem is. They literally can't get across. Okay, so let's make them a priority of 9. Hopefully someone will come and deal with them quickly. Although, if they've got the resources on this side, what do they take to make? Copper. No, that's where the issue is. Okay. That's copper up there, isn't it? Let's priority 9 this. Someone should be able to get that, and there's a little bit of copper there. And we've got the copper that's there too, I suppose. So if we do that, I don't know how much copper you get for this, but we don't want to lose people through starvation. Aha, there we go. There is some copper delivered. Perfect. There we go, that water's being cleaned up. I still want this to be removed though. Oh, there we go, is someone dealing with it? Picked up that sandstone. Come on, somebody please. Don't make me fiddle around with all my priorities. They're picking it up from here. At least that's what it looks like. Right, okay, prioritise. Let's change these to an 8. Does that have a priority of 9? I'm pretty sure. Right, let's see what happens now. Did we get some new research or something? We did. So we got the showers, we got so many things to do. No power. What is that? Disease infested water not fit for consumption. There must be quite a lot stacked up there actually, because they're picking up all kinds of stuff. Fertilizer, that's definitely poop. Dirt. Sandstone. Wow, there is a lot piled up there. No wonder it's taking so long. I'd rather them do that before anything else. We need to get this out of the water. Yikes, that is ridiculous. Let's speed it up. Toggle red alert. Duplicants will enter a state of emergency and ignore their basic needs to work. I like it. We got some stress as well, actually. Maha, let's send you to the massage table. Wherever you are. Do I have to priority 9 that to get you to do it? I don't mind doing it, if it makes you go. Oh, there you are. There you go, get yourself a nice massage. Right, they've cleaned it, but we've got this contaminated water. I'm not too sure what we can do about that. I don't know if it will just dissipate over time. There we go. So there is these cracks. These are the cracks that everyone was referring to. So now we're using this slightly stronger material. I think we're going to be safe. They're working quite hard at this. This is brilliant. The only problem is a lack of oxygen down here. I could probably pump the gas out now, because that will become oxygen, won't it? Once. Wow. CO2 is building up, seriously. It's not moving around enough, or this isn't dealing with it. I wonder how else we could do this. Maybe I need to rearrange these things. I mean, I can put another one in for now. Algae terrarium. I think somebody said about 3 next to each other or something like that. Or 4 with a lamp in between. I have to check the comments. Let's just put another one. Another one. Yeah, another one should do it. Because there's a lot of CO2 coming around. Again, I can pump it now, so there is that. There is a positive side to it. Okay, we've got a bit of a serious power... Sorry, not power... Well, we've got a power problem. We've also got an oxygen problem as well. There's lots of CO2 and hardly any oxygen. So I'm going to put in another algae... What are they called? Deoxidizer. Food shortage. Wonderful. What's wrong with these? Atmospheric pressure too low. And we're going to need a couple more batteries, I think, as well. So... chuck these down here. We haven't got the raw metals. Okay, so let's... Priority 9. Just these couple of bits. Oh, actually. Probably... Well, there's at least that one there, isn't there? So... Help if I click 9. So they've done most of this now. Which is perfect. Which almost means we can lower that water in. I do kind of want to replace this with a stronger thing now. Can I mop that up? Because that's quite a bit of dirty water. I don't want to accept anyone else right now, not when we're having various issues, and I'm not going to research anything else after we get that, because I'd rather have someone out here doing some work for us. There we go, it's looking a little bit better now. Nice. We've got people generating power, which is perfect. So they're just waiting materials. So again, it's perfect. Oh, well, what's this down here? Someone quickly clean that up, because I think if we get rid of it, it's the dirtiness is out of the water, although there is a tiny bit down here. Right, so they've pretty much done that. I need them to store it all away, of course, and not set this to store all apart from slime and contaminated dirt. Same here again. Slime, contaminated dirt, perfect. A little bit more space from... Oh, it's bedtime again, already. So stress levels fairly high. Cassra needs to be next on here. Where's Cassra? I don't know if she'll go now. No, she won't. But, yeah, the CO2 has built up quite a bit. I think a lot of it's around power generation now, because they're asleep and the battery's about to go. If we can get these ones built, that'll be quite good, because it means we can store more then. In fact, let's I hate putting 9 on everything all the time, but I think that'll be fairly useful. I could do with a room with just like the algae terrariums and maybe a little bit lower down. Contaminated oxygen, so there's lots of options here for additional oxygen later on. Can I not hook these things up? What a numpty. Might help if we click 9 as well. So what are they waiting for? No power, no power. Okay. Hopefully that gets dealt with. Can we plant anything in here? No. Right, so now yeah, there we go. We're charging up the other ones. Perfect. Food shortage. Is that because... Yeah, let's remove that. Stick that back to this. Although they need harvesting. Lots and lots and lots of things to do. It's just like a never-ending cycle. How are we... Oh, that's much, much, much better. I'm really happy with that now. I think, is everyone actually... It might help if research completed. So that means, yeah, we got another free person. So we'll do this bit here, so we can get that finished off. Are they are cleaning up. Perfect. Taking some water. Lots of people generating power, which is what we need. And this, can we prioritize 9? That, of course. Let's get that built. Bingo. There's lots and lots of foodstuffs hanging around. The deodorizer, you know, I should have probably have built that sooner. Let's get these 2 done here. And with any luck, that will deal with that. Is the oxygen flowing around here? Yeah, it is flowing quite freely, so that wasn't a bad move, really. Right, should we have a little bit of fun before I end this episode? I think we should. So, let's see what kind of chaos I can cause. So we're going to dig with a priority of 9. Now this needs to be too high, doesn't it? Let's see how this turns out. Now, by rights, it should go down quite nicely. I'm hoping it doesn't run along here. And it shouldn't, because oxygen, so liquid should pass through it. By rights. It's going to be Noble Rambler's fault anyway, because he's the one digging the hole. I can blame him. Oh, here it comes. Now, there was oxygen in here. Yeah. Well, there we go. Well, they're all going to go asleep, so if there is a problem, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that's fantastic. Draining out nicely. That's what we wanted. So that worked really well. Quite happy with that. Actually, I will end the episode here because there was no drama, so feel free to give more comments. I don't think I've handled this episode too well, in all fairness, but, you know, we're still alive, just about. Everyone's having a nice shower. Anyway, so, until next time, as always, take care.